What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bullshot Darts. So the mental game of darts is so important. It's as important, if not more important, than the actual talent that you possess in your darts. If you have two players, one with a bad mindset with a lot of talent versus someone with less talent and a great mindset, more than likely the player with the great mindset is going to win because they're going to be able to bring out the best in their darts with that mindset. Whereas the player with more talent is not going to be able to play at their highest level because of a poor mindset. So in this video, I'm going to go over some ways, some different mindsets that you can bring into your darts game that I promise are going to instantly improve your darts. So make sure you watch this full video because incorporate these and you will throw better darts. But first, if you're new, please make sure to follow Bullshot Darts on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Drop this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. So we're going to get right into this list. The first thing is that you need to go into every darts match with the mindset that you're going to win. Okay, now I know this might sound obvious, but you do not want to go into a game thinking that you don't want to lose. Okay, so whether you don't lose or win, it's the same exact result, but the mindsets are completely different. When you're going into a match not wanting to lose, you know, you feel like if you start to fall behind, you're gonna start thinking about that. Like, man, I really don't want to lose this game and my darts aren't going that well. It's more of a negative mindset because you're thinking about the negative outcome of the game as opposed to the positive outcome of the game, which would be winning. Okay, so the first thing, never enter a game with the mindset that you don't want to lose. I actually used to use this kind of as a mental way to win against opponents. I used to use pink flights. And I can't tell you how many people would say, like, why do you use pink flights? And I would tell them, nobody wants to lose to someone who's using pink flights. And they sit there and they're like, yeah, you know, you're right. So when I would play them, I try to make them think of that mindset like, oh, I don't want to lose to this guy because he uses pink flights. You know, because now I'm trying to make them think that as opposed to I really want to beat this guy. All right, so always enter the game with the mindset of you want to win or you're going to win. Yeah, let me rephrase that. You're going to win. You know, manifest that win and go for it. Next, we got similar to that. Tell yourself you're going to hit your target that you're aiming for, not that you're aiming for it. Okay, so once again, very similar things. You're throwing at a target, but the mindset is completely different. If you tell yourself that you're aiming at something, that's all you're saying is like, okay, I'm aiming at this target. That's it. I hope I hit it. I might hit it. I might not hit it. I'm just aiming at it. Okay? That's not a positive mindset. The positive mindset is telling yourself that you're going to hit that target. So a couple of my favorite shots that I like vividly remember are these shots where I know I needed something big and I told myself I'm going to hit it and I manifested it in my mind before I approached the line. One in particular is it was a blind draw. I had 220 left and we were facing a good pair of people and I looked to my partner and I told him, hey, 180 and I'm leaving you 40. And I manifested in my mind. I told myself I was going to hit the 180 and I went up to the line, hit the 180, left him 40 and he took it out right behind me. So always have that mindset that you're going to hit it and manifest it in your mind. Play it out in your mind. All right, boom, boom, boom. I hit what I'm going for and then move on. All right, I don't know what else I'm trying to say with that, but have the mindset that you're going to hit it and not that you're just aiming at it. All right, next, you need to remind yourself that you are there to have fun. So having a fun mindset going into it. Sometimes when we're in these big competitive matches, we can start getting caught up in, you know, the money. Not that there's a lot of money in darts, but, you know, it still is nice to win a couple bucks if you're playing darts. You know, pending if it's a ranking tournament, you can get caught up in the rankings. You can get caught up in, you know, just other things. And then you forget to have fun. The reason we all play darts is because we enjoy doing it. We like having fun playing darts. When you start getting that mindset of worrying about other things, then that's when you can start to struggle Because if you start missing some darts, now you're thinking, shoot, like I'm missing these darts, I'm gonna miss out on the money, I'm gonna miss out on these rankings, I'm gonna miss out on this tournament. And then that's gonna get inside your mind and it's gonna start to mess you up. But if you go into a tournament with the mindset like, you know, I just wanna go and I just wanna have fun, if you start missing those darts, you don't think much of it because you're like, hey, you know what, I'm having fun, I'm gonna bounce back. So always have that mindset of having fun. I talk about that in my Dartitis video, which I need to remake. I want to go into more detail about how to get over Dartitis. But anyway, I do have a video about Dartitis. Make sure you go check it out if you haven't. But I do talk about that having fun mindset. So always have the mindset of having fun when you go throw darts. It's going to make you so much better for it. All right, let's see what I got left on my list. All right, so this next one, don't ever worry about your opponent's darts, okay? When you play darts, more specifically 501, you know, the biggest game is 501. Obviously, if you're playing cricket, you have to worry about your opponent's darts more because you're reacting, you know, your darts depend on what they're throwing. 501, it doesn't matter what they're throwing. All that matters is what you're throwing on the dartboard and you're counting down and taking out your out. The only time it does matter in 501 is if your opponent's on and out and you're on kind of one of those, you know, iffy outs. Let's say your opponent's on 32 and you have 90 left. You're not going to go the traditional triple 18, double 18 route because you're trying to maximize your chances. So you might throw it the bullseye or the 20s. Okay, that's going to be the only time that you should worry about what your opponent is throwing is on those, you know, kind of shots where you have to switch up your targets if your opponent is or is not on an out. But at the end of the day, 501, the only darts that matter and the only darts you should worry about is your own. It's kind of like bowling. When you're bowling, yes, you're playing against someone, but at no point are you reacting to what the opponent is doing. You're going out there and you're going to bowl the best game you can and hope that your opponent does worse. Darts 501, you need to go to the board, play the best darts that you can, and hope that it's enough to beat your opponent. All right, so never ever take up mind space thinking about your opponent because it doesn't matter. And if they start throwing really good, you're going to start thinking about it like, oh no, my opponent got a 180. Oh no, my opponent took out a 170. And you're going to start thinking about those things. It doesn't matter. You be the one to take out the 170. You be the one to hit the 180 and raise your confidence and mindset. All right, so only worry about your darts. Next, so this one kind of goes with positive body language too, and kind of the whole premise of the video of having a positive mindset, but you need to have a positive mindset and also positive body language. Okay, I see a lot of dart players, you know, they go up to the board, first dart, let's see. They react like, oh my, I can't believe I hit a 1, reaction. Throw, oh, well, it's not a triple 20. Throw, oh gosh, I can't believe I missed these darts. Okay, when you have that poor body language, it's gonna translate to a poor mindset, and then that poor mindset is gonna go back to having poor body language. You don't want that. You know, when you watch the players at the top of their game, if they're missing darts or having a bad day, they just play through it. When you see people starting to react to their bad darts, that's when you know there's a problem. I mean, just think of Darin. Durant last year was unbelievable. You know, he won the Premier League, was on fire, and he had positive body language. This year, yeah, his darts are struggling, and you can tell in his body language. Every time I watch him throw, I'm just like, no, like, you have a bad mindset. You have poor body language. Turn those things around. Tell yourself you're going to do good and keep that positive body language. So always have that positive mindset and translate into positive body language. Kind of just like a little tip, you know, slouching over like this is a sign of no confidence. Chest out, shoulders back, that's a confident stance. That's, just in general, walking, standing, you know, that's a confident stance. Force yourself to stand like that, even if you're starting to have like a bad mindset, because it's going to trick your body into thinking that you're being confident right now. It's kind of like smiling. When you smile, it can trick your body into thinking that you're happy. So, you know, a lot of times people will tell people that are sad, like, just smile. They're not saying it because, oh, you you should smile more type thing like that. It's because when you smile, like it can actually trick your body into thinking that you're happy. So it's the body language too. If you're having poor body language, it's going to be in your mind that you're having a negative mindset. Put that chest out, shoulders back when you're standing behind your opponent. When you approach the line, approach it with that positive body language, and it's going to help keep you confident. Let's see here. Last and not least, do not think about your average. This is something I struggle with because, because I'm still practicing and trying to get better. So I try to keep track of my averages, just kind of a rough baseline of where I'm throwing, which isn't bad. But when you're in a game, you should not be thinking about your averages. So like if I'm playing on a Dart Connect and I hit the game-winning dart and you click it, it will show your average for the leg and it shows your average for the match. I'll get my finger ready to press the button. I'll look away, then press it, then go get my darts because I don't want to see anything about my average. Once you start thinking about your average, that's when you're going to start overthinking your darts. Like, oh shoot, like I threw a 26, like that's going to hurt my average. You shouldn't be thinking that. You should just be thinking, oh, I had a bad round of darts, I'm going to come back strong. So when you're thinking about the averages, you don't want to get too caught up in that because now your mind is going away from that I'm going to win attitude, that I'm going to hit it attitude. Okay, so don't think about your averages. All right, guys, I'm rambling. I feel like I repeated a lot of myself in this one, but if you stuck around to the end of the video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Follow these positive mindset tips, and I promise that you're going to see an instant improvement in your darts game. If you're new, hit that subscribe button down below. Drop the video a thumbs up. Click one of these videos that popped up over here. Drop a comment of your favorite positive mind trick if you have any. I'll see you guys in the next one, and shoot well.